It's not that the government wouldn't like junior mining. I mean, there's that principle in the MPRDA where they expressly say they want to encourage new entrants. I just think that they don't know how to like the junior mining industry. Where that comes from, and let's think about this, we have this thing called the National Development Plan. Apparently it's government policy, although I haven't seen any evidence. But in it, it says that policy should be informed by evidence. So I want to give you some evidence as to why the government, despite the fact it would like junior mining, actually can't because it doesn't know how. Picture in your mind's eye 3 overlapping circles. At the top, we have geological potential, or call it exploration potential if you will. On the right, we have a supportive regulatory environment, and on the left, we have access to capital markets. These 3 circles overlap, and in the middle, we have that little space where junior mining can thrive. You need all 3. It's nice to have power, it's nice to have infrastructure, it's nice to have skills, but without those 3 circles overlapping in the middle, you cannot have a junior mining industry. So let's review the evidence. Geological potential. Do we as a country invest in our geological potential? Geoscience. Our government geoscientists are desperately underfunded. In the counter-cyclical times when the industry is not doing well, do we invest? Do we do geophysical surveys? Do we do large regional geological mapping exercises? Do we train master's students? No, what we do is we make our government geoscientists pay their own salaries by working on other countries' geological potential. The guys are working across the rest of the continent for other countries and for multilateral agencies. So plainly, we do nothing to encourage our geological potential. Secondly, the regulatory environment. Wow. Phew. Okay, 4 minutes, sorry. Okay. Fail completely. Okay, now I'm not going to go to the obvious place. Actually, I am. Okay, we have a Sepp Blatter approach. We FIFA-fied our regulatory environment. Okay, we know that. We have. You have to take your battery out your cell phone because they're suspicious you might record meetings with your own government who has a constitutional imperative for transparency. You have to meet people in hotels in Midrand to resolve prospecting right disputes. You have to go to Middelburg to speak to people in coffee shops because there's a back door to the DMR. So, what do we need? The only way you can fix perceptions of corruption is you have to shine a light on it. We need transparency. What do we have? The best cadastral system in the world, developed in Cape Town, sold to 17 other countries. Google it, Namibian cadastral system. Tanzanian cadastral system, Ugandan cadastral system. You Google it now. You can go and see who has what, where in those countries right now, from where you're sitting. In South Africa, you have to drive to Pretoria. You have to make a PIA application to simply find out who's got what. That ostensibly means you have to make 25,000 separate PIA applications to work out what prospecting rights have been issued to whom, where. That is a manifest failure of our constitutional imperative for transparency. Finally, access to capital markets of Section 12J of the Income Tax Act was meant to encourage tax incentivized investment in junior mining. It's been a complete and abject failure. The fact is that it was introduced 8 years ago. 3 venture capital companies have been registered. 1 has raised some money. It's only made investments in technology companies. Not a single rand has been incentivized to be invested in exploration companies.